name's Christina Ennis, and welcome to the 2024 Mineral Resources Review podcast. Today we are sponsored by Caliber Mining and powered by Gale Force Winds. I'm joined this afternoon by Pascal Milord. He is with Atlantic XL, Additive XL, and is project manager with the company. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me. So, can we start by telling me a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, I'm a project manager at Atlantic XL in the new additive manufacturing division. Myself, I've been working in the manufacturing industry and tech sector for it's getting on 30 years now. Got to remind myself of that. So I've worked with a lot of technology companies, whether electronics packaging or manufacturing, various things.
Right.
So a lot of companies around in the Newfoundland area.
Awesome. And can you tell me a little bit about Atlantic XL and also Additive XL?
Yes.
I was going to say NL XL.
So Atlantic XL has been around for over 20 years in Newfoundland, addressing the navigation, communications, and also power systems with their other divisions and stuff like that. So they work a lot for the offshore companies and operators and various other industrial clients. There was a need identified a few years ago for additive manufacturing, especially advanced additive manufacturing. And just for the layman terms, it's 3D printing.
3D printing. Additive manufacturing is 3D
essentially the same thing.
Cool.
So there's a need identified there, and we brought in the first metal 3D printer in Newfoundland. So polymer or plastic printers are very common.
Right.
Your kids have them in their basement. It's a normal technology now.
So when you see with the plastic strings.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So metal is kind of where plastic was 30 years ago. It's kind of new tech. It's about a decade mature. And the machine we use uses a powder, a very fine powder, almost consistency of flour, and uses lasers, essentially micro-weld that metal to itself and build up the layers. So still layer-based, like 3D printing.
Right.
So that's just one of our services. We do 3D printing, but we're an engineering services company. So we provide the front-end design. We have a high-end 3D scanner, so we can go on site to a client. So if it's a remote mine, in this case, for this event,
Right.
or some asset or processing equipment or something failed, we can scan your part, recreate it, and then we can either print it. We don't always have to print.
Right.
Oftentimes we can just get it made at a machine shop or find a way of making it. We also provide other services like heat treatment and all the engineering. So we're a full engineering solutions provider, and the facility itself, which is in the Co-Innovation Center.
I was just going to say, I spoke with Lucas from the Co-Innovation Center earlier, and
Absolutely.
You're using that space, aren't you?
We are the first industrial tenant, and we actually had our doors open before the Co-Innovation Center. So we opened in January 2024. The facility itself is built from the ground up to be a certified facility, so our processes and all our QA and all that will be certified. So parts will come out pre-certified. We're working towards that certification now this year and next year.
Awesome. That's really exciting.
Yeah, no, it's really cool stuff. Like, it's really, you got to see it to believe it. It's something you can describe all the words, but if you came by our booth today, you'd see some samples and things like that. We have our scanner there and just a lot of demo stuff, but we have tours all the time, so everyone's welcome to come up.
At the Co-Innovation Center.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So they could find out on their website, your website, how to connect.
Yep.
For a tour.
We have our additive website with information there, and we're very active on LinkedIn, so a lot of posts and information and just what we're doing on a daily, weekly basis. And
awesome.
Yeah.
So make sure to follow Additive XL.
Absolutely. Additive XL is our divisional name. Yep. Follow us there.
So we're here at the Mineral Resources Review.
Yeah.
What brings you here to this show? What is the benefit to being here?
Well, the beauty of the services we provide is it's not industry dependent. So we work with energy sector, we work with mining, we work with healthcare, we work with ocean tech, especially in Newfoundland. So it doesn't really matter what industry, we can definitely solve some problems. So we're here on the sort of advanced engineering front, showing these companies that have supply chain issues. Maybe your parts are hard to get. You have 6 months, you got to wait. We can generate a part in weeks, depending if you need scanned or just produced. We have sustainable manufacturing. You're not going to foundries overseas and making something and shipping it in a boat, bringing it on, wasting material, making it all. We can basically get a digital file and recreate that. There's all sorts of other advantages of our services because we're local. So we're trying to push that with the companies and operators here and the different companies in Newfoundland, Labrador.
Awesome. That is great news for the province. I know we don't have a ton of manufacturing capacity here in the province,
Absolutely.
and that is something that can help us really build up the mining sector, but also other sectors faster, more efficiently.
Newfoundland is 10th out of the 10 provinces on the list of manufacturing expertise.
Last place.
Canada is almost last amongst some of the developed countries, like 30 out of 31 countries, which is pretty surprising for Canada.
I know the aerospace and defense sector in particular, the federal government's doing a lot of work around building supply capacity in the country. So hopefully Newfoundland gets on board with that, and it's really exciting and awesome to see a company like Additive XL also teaming up with the Co-Innovation Center.
Absolutely.
To make it happen.
No, that's a great spot to be. We get a lot of serendipitous meetings just through people coming through. So having that collaborative workspace is almost more useful than just being in an office. You just bump into. We're constantly having tours, so we're also giving back with that serendipity.
So, Pascal, is there anything else you'd like to add this afternoon that we haven't gotten a chance to?
Not really. We do work in a worldwide field as well. Like we're working with operators locally, yes, sure, but we're also working with entities, say in Norway, in the oil and gas sector. We're working with entities in Europe, in the States, different things like that, trying to create sort of collaborations, research projects, things like that. So, we're taking advantage of the cutting edge of the technology, but also using it for further research and a lot of pilot projects and developing things like that.
Which is amazing to be situated here, which a lot of people who maybe aren't in the research space. We are an innovation hub here in Newfoundland. Our educational institutions and the research capacity is just amazing that we have here.
Absolutely. And the advantage here is it's a very tight-knit place, so you can make connections really fast.
Right.
We don't have a lot of people, but we have well-connected people.
We do.
So we can get our answers and problem solved pretty quickly and connect the A's to the B's. And we're like a node ourselves on an international map for capacity. So yeah, sure, we can service locally, but we can service internationally too.
Awesome. You guys are doing some amazing things. Thank you so much for joining me here on Gale Force Winds this afternoon. And stay tuned, folks, for more from the Mineral Resources Review.
Thank you.